If you don't have access to firearms in your country, my prepping advice to you is this. You may as well just not prep because your ass is grass.
When society collapses, you don't want to be reliant on any technology or artifact created by man. Except maybe a cool set of sunglasses, a nice bandana, and some rolling papers. I think it's much more practical for me to spend days, if not weeks, out in the wilderness handcrafting a primitive bow that will only function about 5% as good as the worst firearm on the market today.
Listen, for the last time, stop making these videos. Nothing is ever going to happen. No disaster can ever possibly happen in my life because I will always be taken care of, says the mainstream media that I blindly follow without question.
What's gonna happen when the nuclear power plants go offline?
Here's my advice for people who are living in the city and shit hits the fan. Get the hell out of the city. But oh yeah, don't come around to my rural homestead or you will be killed on site. So I really don't know where you can go. I guess you're just gonna have to hang out in limbo somewhere on the outskirts of the city where the urban meets the rural.
I find it's much more convenient to just entertain the notion of some post-apocalyptic fantasy land where everybody gets along. And there isn't a bunch of rogue militia groups who've been training for this eventuality for many, many decades now, running around trying to coerce people into getting to do what they want to do.
Everything you do in life should be involved with survival and prepping. Never enjoy a moment of peace to yourself.
I was told by an internet expert that if shit hit the fan, chances are the first person you see and make eye contact with is going to try to kill you and take all your stuff.
There's a distinct possibility that women will rule the apocalypse, just like in the movies.
May God have mercy on his homosexual soul. Listen, man, everybody's going to have a chance to survive the apocalypse, even some African Americans.
Dislike. Dislike. Dislike.
Does anybody know what WROL means?
Fat preppers will die and shit hits the fan. Skinny preppers will die and shit hits the fan. Lone wolf preppers will die and shit hits the fan. Anybody in a group will die and shit hits the fan.
Does anybody know what Tiatwaki means? Does anybody know what SHTF means? What's a BOV? What's an IFAC? What's a MRE? What's a LOS? What's GOOD? What's a LEO? What's a BOL? Hey, the link in the description's not working. What do I do?
Let me tell you something, man. If something is made in China by Chinamen, it's probably bullshit. And it cannot be used whatsoever for any task known to man. I don't care if it's flashlights, headlights, Chinese food, never mind. It ain't good for a damn thing. What you want is something that's made in America, unless it's expensive, which it usually is.
The only good bug-out vehicle is one that runs on vegetable oil or grass. The fact of the matter is, once you've mastered the techniques of the bushcraft forefathers, you learn to just mentally teleport yourself to wherever you want to go. No matter where you are, doesn't matter if you're getting beaten down by 6 marauders, you'll be in a special place right before you die.
You see, the key to survival is thinking on your feet, thinking independently, thinking for yourself, being self-reliant. But Dave Canterbury said, Black Scout Survival said, the Urban Prepper said, Prepared Mind 101 said, Living Survival said, Survival by Instinct said, Survival Tech Nord said, Irish at Hibernian James Yeager Patriot said, David over Canadian Prepper said, thinking for yourself, being self-reliant.
Avoid everybody at all cost. Avoid all of God's creations at all cost, because they're probably trying to kill you. Praise Jesus. And don't forget to vote in this election, because the last thing you want is World War III with Russia. Unless you're me and you just can't wait to use your bunker.
It's much better to spend hours upon hours doing something that you could probably do in 5 minutes with modern technology just so that you can say you did it that way.
In spite of my complete lack of wilderness experience and not having spent one night in the wilderness in my entire life, I'm pretty sure that after watching all the Pathfinder videos, I have a really good chance at surviving indefinitely in the wilderness with just a cheap knife. Never mind, I don't even need a knife. I seen this guy make one out of a rock once. I can do that.
You really need to get out more and start enjoying life, like me.
Anything that isn't organic severely impairs the vision of my third eye. The third eye I rely on to guide me through the wilderness when I'm stoned out of my f***ing mind.
The Walking Dead is not real. Stop talking about it.
I'm not saying that you should invest your entire life savings in a potentiality which may never come to fruition. I'm just saying if you don't, you're probably good as dead.
Life doesn't need to be all doom and gloom. Your time would be better spent going on random videos and finding something wrong with them to make yourself feel better about yourself, like me.
Can somebody help me build a zombie survival kit?
Listen, man, the last thing you want is when the shit hits the fan for you to run out of food, and sure enough, you're eating your dog. The next thing you know, you're eating grandma. What I'm saying is very practical in nature. I'm saying that you should spend your entire life savings on freeze-dried food and MREs.
You guys want to come over to my house and build survival kits?
Everybody but me is gonna die in the apocalypse.
I really enjoy your channel and all the work you put into it, but with this one video that I disagree with pretty much makes me hate you for life, and you are now blacklisted.
I don't believe in the current economic paradigm. I think it's much more practical for everybody to carry around domesticated animals for trade or a big sack of gold coins.
If you guys really want to know what shit hits the fan is gonna look like, watch the movie The Road. You will never be the same again.
Look, it's not that I think everybody's out to get me, or that if the apocalypse comes, ain't nobody gonna work together. Praise Jesus, by the way. I just think that by and large, man is a hateful, selfish animal. By the way, don't come to my house or I'll kill you and shit hits the fan. Praise Jesus.
When the apocalypse comes, I'm inviting everybody to my house. We're gonna have a big party. All these scary marauders you guys talk about are gonna be the next generation flower children, man.
Don't listen to those hippies. Let me tell you something, man. That guy totally works for George Soros. We all know that. So all I can say is, look, praise Jesus, buy lots of ammunition, prepare to kill a lot of people, and maybe you might have a hope in hell of getting to heaven when all the smoke clears and you've killed damn near everybody in your country.